Coming up on this special NSLC edition of District Wire News, it's week 2 of the National Student Leadership Conference. We'll show you some of the hands-on programs students are taking part in.
Also, an NSLC leadership facilitator uses his past journeys and philosophies to show students what love and kindness can have on the world. Good afternoon, I'm Noya Chirashnia.
And I'm Anna Brennan. Thanks for joining us. NSLC creates hands-on programs to introduce students to their career of choice. As Isabella Lagos reports, the students value the hands-on approach.
While NSLC provides one of the top journalism programs at American University, they also offer other programs in various fields, ranging from humanities to STEM. We talked with NSLC students about the most interesting and important parts of their program.
Well, the most interesting program highlight, I would say, is the laboratories we're doing on PCR and CRISPR-Cas9. It has a wide array of benefits to the medical world. We feed, fuel, and heal the world.
It's important to the world today because this is the future. In the future, if the technology is perfected, everything could come in their hands. Before we couldn't control nature. Now, with the power of biotechnology, we are nature. We become nature itself.
I would definitely say today is one of the most interesting days. We do a lot of hands-on. We did a lot of things we use rat brains, baby pigs, pig feet to do sutures. We've done a lot of hands-on things, and we've met a lot of great people. We met President Biden's position.
Healthcare is a really important and necessary task that needs to be filled with people who can fill those roles, right? So doctors are required every day, nurses, for all sorts of reasons.
The students concluded that having a hands-on experience was the highlight of their trip. From Discover the World Communications, I'm Isabella Lagos.
Some students are living on their own for the first time here at NSLC. They say campus life has taught them multiple lessons. Medicine student Veronica Svitch says a lesson that stood out to her was using a communal bathroom.
I think I got lucky because my roommates are pretty nice, again. So sometimes it becomes challenging because everyone needs to take a shower or whatever, and you're just gonna have to schedule time, but it's manageable.
Other students on campus say living on their own this past week has motivated them to find independence.
It definitely has, especially having a roommate. I feel more obligated to keep up after myself. So I think I'm hoping it'll transfer over to home.
You have to set your own timers, things like that. You have to be where you're supposed to be on time, and you have to make sure you get there yourself without someone else telling you to do it.
When I'm at home and my parents always tell me to clean my room, do the dishes, do my laundry, it's kind of I don't want to do it because somebody else is telling me to do it, but then when I'm on my own, I feel like it needs to be done, so then I end up doing it without having to have somebody else tell me to do it.
Students say their time at NSLC has made them ready for college.
A former NSLC student is now a leadership facilitator. As Perla Maria Tanus reports, Vital Akimana wants to now share his message of awareness and influence through his journeys.
In addition to NSLC's curriculum comes a unique take on motivational lectures. As part of the communication program, students have the opportunity to attend sessions with leadership facilitator Vital Akimana and learn about what it means to be a leader in today's world. An important part of Vital's lessons comes through the teachings of an African philosophy.
No human is an island in on themselves. Is basically that concept of Ubuntu, that you exist as a human being because other human beings exist, to define what being human is.
His depiction of it is really, really touching.
Students say they've already adapted Vital's teachings into their lives.
I think that's something important that gets a little bit overlooked. Everyone's talking about working together to write a story, but no one's talking about once the story's over, what are you guys doing together?
Vital's stories and lessons impact more than just students. The TAs learn from him too.
Generally speaking, it's the fact that after all of that trauma, you can still stand up and be an outstanding person and an outstanding leader.
At the heart of my culture, the drum is the heartbeat, right? And so if you're playing this heartbeat, you're inviting people to a most vulnerable part of who you are, that heartbeat. That you're enough. You've got everything that you ever could need.
Behind all of the seminars, field trips, and socials at NSLC are the warm-hearted and energetic team advisors. As Angie Mora reports, the TAs say they enjoy working with the students.
NSLC events would not run smoothly without the time and passion put in by the TAs. Kevin Coonan says his high school experiences help him as a TA working with the students.
I like the newsroom simulation a lot. That's definitely my favorite part. That was my favorite part of the last session. I feel like I did a lot of acting in high school. I still act in short films. So it's cool to be able to integrate that into my TA style.
Now I gotta be the bad guy! All y'all can get out of my face!
Head TA Director Grace Spiegel says she enjoys being able to help students out when they have needs.
I love being a TA because I get to connect with all the students, and they're all so smart and funny, and just seeing like them come out of their shell a little bit throughout the days, and seeing their progression from the first day to the last.
Alicia Cypress says she enjoys getting to use her college major of broadcasting to help the students.
So I was actually an NSLC student a few years ago, and when I was a student, I was just so inspired by the TAs and how great they were with kids and how great they were with teaching at such a young age. And I've always wanted to be a teacher as well as a broadcaster, so the fact that I could combine the two of those and be able to teach students at such a young age as well.
The TAs have been on the AU campus for more than 2 weeks. In addition to this week's camp, they also worked a high school camp last month. For Discover the World of Communication, I'm Angie Mora.
The students aren't the only ones who get a lot out of NSLC. So do the professors. As Addison Gonzalez reports, the investigative journalism professors say they learn a lot from the students.
NSLC students chose to spend their summers gaining experience in a variety of different interests. One of those areas of interest is investigative journalism, taught by Professors Kara Kelly and Chris Halsney. Both professors say they are impressed by the motivation displayed by their students.
I think it's really important to train the next generation of journalists because we need accurate, good, in-depth reporting now as much, if not more than ever.
The professors also say that they see the skills of a good journalist within their students.
Journalism students are like utility players. They have to be creative writers, they have to be good researchers, they have to understand and be able to analyze complicated situations.
The investigative journalism students spent the week learning how to do deep research on a variety of subjects. For Discover the World of Communication, I'm Addison Gonzalez.
Part of the NSLC experience is having students take a personality matrix survey. As Simone Woodley reports, the test reveals 4 different types of animal personalities.
NSLC staff member Zoe Schaff took the personality matrix test in 2018. When she was a student, she received koala as a result. Now, as a staff member, Schaff thinks she's an owl.
I am like a little bit more like observant than like a koala would be. Like I feel like that's like the main like aspect of my like being is that I'm like a very observant person, so yeah.
Another NSLC staff member, Grace Spiegel, took the test and her results were peacock tied with a koala. Spiegel thinks that the results read her like a book.
I'm definitely a people person, which is how the koala comes in. I want everybody to be having a good time and I want everyone to feel included. I'm very empathetic in that way as well. And then on the peacock side, I do find myself talking a lot and wanting everyone to have fun and kind of like starting the party that way.
NSLC's photography student Brock Kupris' results were koala tied with an owl. He also believes that his results were very accurate.
I am kind of the observer, like it says on the owl kind of archetype, and I think I do get along well with others, as in the koala matrix.
Reporting from the world of communication, this is Simone Woodley.
That's our show for this week. I'm Noya Chirashnia.
And I'm Anna Brennan. Have a safe trip back home Friday. Okay.